think I'm the product of my, you know, my upbringing. My parents are very open-minded, they're very kind, caring people, and they always taught me not to discriminate against anybody, really, you know, religion, culture, colour, anything. And I think that provided me with the foundation to research, become the person that I am today. When people see me now as I am wearing hijab, and obviously, you know, the people that knew me before, I think a lot of people's first impression is that oh, look at Mel, she married a Muslim guy, and, you know, kind of look at her now, it's a shame, look what she has to be like, you know, now she's oppressed, kind of thing. And a lot of people associate me looking the way that I do with maybe because my husband wants me to, or maybe it's something that I've been told that I have to do, and it's completely against, you know, the religion and the reason that I'm doing it. I think you have a unique insight when you wear the hijab of really why you do wear it. And it's not for anybody else. It's not for anybody else, but, you know, for yourself, and for the sake of Allah. You know, that's the reason we wear that, not because anybody else has asked us to. It was funny. I went to have my hair cut the other day, actually, and obviously I went into the salon with my hijab on, and then, you know, took it off, and I sat down and I was having my hair cut by the lady, and she said, "Oh, so you're married then?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Presumably you're married to a local." I was like, "No." And she just assumed because I wore hijab maybe I'd married a local, and maybe they had asked that, you know, or told me that I had to wear it. It's just another example, I guess, of people's prejudice towards it. You know, people often assume you've been forced to wear it rather than it's because of your own choice. But I took it upon myself, you know, and I think we should to explain, no, you know, that's not the reason why I wear it. This is the reason why I cover up, and, you know, I don't think people should be dismissive. People want to learn, and that's how I started off. And if people had been dismissive of me, then, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I think as Muslims, you know, we need to take it upon ourselves to take time to explain things to people.
I never, ever expected that, you know, we would be married.
Basically, when I first moved here, I didn't really come with any great expectations when I came to Dubai. I just think it was more of a career move than any particular. I was interested in the cultural change as well, but it was more of a career move, and with no kind of other expectations attached to that. But I don't know. I changed quite a bit when I first moved out here, and in terms of the people that I started getting to know at work. And when you come from England, you come with certain stereotypes about what Muslims are like and what an Islamic country is going to be like, and then it's completely not what I expected. And that got my interest, really. I thought, you know, it's my impression of Muslims or my impression of Islam wasn't the same as what it was anymore when I had moved from the UK. Unfortunately, people think that Islam is linked to oppression with women. Okay, so it's something that, you know, you see the way maybe that women dress, or you see the way that some people treat their wives, or you hear stories and you just think, okay, Islam, oppression with women, you know, it's an unfair religion, it's, you know, all about the hierarchy of men. And meeting Mahmoud, it's just completely the reverse. The history of Islam as well, women have always been very prominent figures in Islam, very well educated people, business leaders, you know. Khadija was, you know, a business lady herself, but again, in the UK, completely not the story that you're you know, told about Islam and about Muslims. There was always something. I always believed in something, but I wasn't really sure what. And other religions that I had come across didn't really answer any questions, and to a certain extent I thought their answers to certain questions, I didn't really sort of, you know, buy it. And then I think when I came across Islam and I moved out here and I you know, learned more, what I realised about Islam and what I like about Islam is it's okay to ask questions, and every question you ask should have an answer. Yeah. Whereas with other religions, sometimes it's just like, it's, you know, faith. You just have to have faith. There's blind faith to everything. And to me, that's okay, but it's not good enough. And this is why we always say, you know, I do still have questions, and I will still find the answers to them. But everything's so perfect, everything's so well put together that's what kind of convinced me.
You know, if there's any mistake in any religion, it can't be divine. The only thing that can be divine is something that is perfect, and because none of us are perfect and we all make mistakes, we have a confidence and a belief in our heart that, and that's where belief comes in, or Iman comes in, that there is an answer for everything, and it's in that one book. And obviously that's explained through our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you know, so whatever we look for, there will be an answer for that question. My friend Faris and I, we went to university together, and you know, we used to get together and, you know, try and keep our Iman strong and learn and, you know, encourage each other in that way. And when we came out here, we both realised it's actually quite difficult to find those kinds of things. So obviously, again, we've started to do that. We get together whenever we can. Faris is still living in the UK at the moment, so whenever he's over here, we kind of get together and we try and recite some Quran and du'as, and really hopefully help our Iman grow and sustain that. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم.
It's a good way of maintaining your Iman, and what was one of the good advantages when we were in university was we got to do this on quite a regular basis, and we had a lot of free time to do it. But when you start working, you don't quite have that same time. So that's one of the reasons we do it. Yeah. Nowadays, we've made a rather dangerous separation between our daily lives and activities and what we do for religion, and we've created this artificial barrier. So doing these halaqat is a nice way of integrating these practices into our lives again, which is quite important.
So are you looking forward to Ramadan this year?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think less pressure, obviously. Can obviously enjoy it a little bit more and do some of the duties a bit better. Yeah,
definitely. It was really tough last year because we were working for a company that didn't necessarily let us take time off when we probably needed to and when we should have been able to during Ramadan. So it's very difficult. But now, alhamdulillah, you know, we have our own business, so we can relax a bit more, can't we? We can take time off and do the right kind of things, make sure we're reading and make sure we're going to the mosque where we need to. Allah knows you better than you know yourself. So sometimes certain things happen and you think, should we really get married, or is it really going to work out between us? But then everything happens in the right direction. You just think, you know what, it's out of our hands. It's meant to be for us to be together. And alhamdulillah, everything's, you know, been perfect, I would say.
it's a shame because there's obviously a lot of companies.
Sorry, I fell back.
Oh, sorry. My role is chief advisor to the framing.
But you know, I will get the last. I'll get the last say on which frame we go for.
Well, you did do it, so I think you get the right for that.